So here we are. This is kind of one of those transparent videos. The market's not great, and the market hasn't been good for a long time. Let's be honest here. We as miners, we kind of roll with the ebb and flows. And the longer you're in this industry of crypto mining, the more numb you become to when the market dips. Something I have really touted on my channel is taking advantage of that time. If it's buying, refreshing your fleet, buying newer ASICs, selling off older ASICs. If it is buying Bitcoin when it dips. But the hard reality is right now we're 63, 64,000 for Bitcoin, and dipping down to this every once in a while isn't bad. Cool, that's fine. We roll with the punches, we get back up, we keep moving. But when we're down here long enough, where you start to feel the squeeze as a miner is when you start to look at the revenue. And then in addition to that, when your costs start to come into play, what little profit you have there, you kind of have to get smarter with. So in this video, I want to show you guys some of the things I'm doing to kind of keep my head down, keep moving forward, getting a little creative, a little bit smarter, but really be as transparent as I can and show you guys some of the things I'm doing here at my home crypto mining shed, which may interest you, and you might be like, oh, I love it, I need to do that. And if you guys have other ideas, let me know. We're not powering down. So if you're expecting to come to this Debbie Downer video, don't expect that on my channel. I only power down if I absolutely have to, and that's very, very rare. So let's go ahead, jump into my sheds. I want to show you guys what I currently have running right now. And in reality, what I'm actually profiting for each ASIC miner in today's current market, because it's pretty rough.
Some of the best stories in crypto mining don't start in a data center. They start in a backyard. Nathan Sandridge began as a passionate home GPU miner, tinkering away in a small shed in Iowa. That hobby turned into a dream, and that dream became Qqueeze hosting. Nathan took a 40-foot shipping container, retrofitted it by hand, and built his first hosting site from the ground up. Today, that same entrepreneurial drive has grown Qqueeze hosting into a multi-site, full-scale hosting provider, offering both air-cooled ASIC hosting and the latest generation 2U hydro miners. If you're ready to take your mining to the next level, reach out to Qqueeze hosting and tell them the hobbyist miner sent you for special pricing and discounts.
All right, let's hop inside our shed here. This is our original shed. It's a little louder in here. I'm definitely gonna try to talk louder. So let me give you guys a quick swing tour. We have lots of room to grow in here if we need to. Got our network up top there. Two 200 amp panels with a 400 amp service. Our intake wall. Our computer for doing all of our work on our miners. We got some storage down here, storage up there. All right, so let's take a look here. So I want to go through what I currently have running, what my game plan currently is with it, and really what the profitability is here. So this is a Bitmain Antminer L9, and this is a 16 gigahash model. And unfortunately, on this model, I can't push out a firmware like Vanish. Vanish is a third-party firmware that lets you adjust the watts or the hash rate. So I need to actually get a new control board, and my plan is to put Vanish on this so I can lower it down to get more efficient during this market. So a great example, actually let's jump back here to the L9. If you guys are curious, this guy right now on my electric rate of 7.5 is breaking even. Breaking even, that's it. Not making anything off of it. Now when we look here at the Volcminer, I bought 9 of these about a year ago. This is the D1, traditionally comes in at 15.15 gigahash. So it's kind of like a little brother right around there to the L9. The nice thing about the Volcminers is they have multiple power modes. And so with that being said, I could go ahead and bring this down to super, they call it super low power mode. Look at my watts. Let me get you guys closer. 1,111. So down at that level, we're just around 5 gigahash, and we're only making about 45 cents a day with this miner, but we're still positive, which is good. We have another Volcminer, same thing, that's on super low power mode. We have an S21 Pro. This guy right here, Bitcoin miner, traditionally comes in at 234. But if I go ahead and lower that down to get more efficient, you know, you can see on this guy, look at my watts right now, 1,104 watts, which is crazy, crazy low. Actually here, yeah. So that being said, I actually have these reversed. This guy is using S21 Pro, 2,800 watts. That one's actually flipped. It's over for this other one here, which makes sense. So my S21 Pro here comes in at 2,800 watts. And we have this guy down to just over 200 terahash. And with that, we're making about 75 cents a day in Bitcoin. Now this guy over here, another Volcminer. So we're making about that 44 cents. Coming down below, another Volcminer, D1 there. Here we have an S21. And the S21, believe it or not, is doing pretty good. We're right around about 45 cents on this S21. We have it turned down. On the watts, we can actually see it's at 2,400 watts right there. So we are trying to run lean and mean. But unfortunately, here's a problem child. This is an Elphapex, okay? DG1 Plus. There's no third-party firmware for it. It doesn't have a low power mode. And in today's market, this is costing me $2.50 a day. And you can see, look, it's using 3,742 watts. So I have a number of these Elphapex DG1s, and man, it's painful now. While it was a good choice and we got these for about $1,850 originally, now in the bear market, it not having any third-party firmware, I'm tempted to go ahead and just power these off because it's really not worth it right now, to be honest with you. We have another L9. I need to get as I said, I need to get another control board. I'm going to buy another control board from Altair Tech. They come with older firmware on them from Bitmain. The newer Bitmain firmware blocks third-party firmware, which is so stupid. So we're going to get a bunch of control boards for these so I can push the niche out to them. We then have another S21 over here, does about 45 cents. All right, so let's head over to our other shed because we have a lot more miners over there. All right. So very curious while we're cruising over, what are you guys doing to kind of skinny up, get more efficient during this down market? All right, so over here, we have another S21, 200 terahash, so that's around 45 cents. Another D1, so that was about another 44 cents. Another Elphapex, that's $2.50 negative a day. Another Elphapex, more negative, so we're gonna have to get these things powered off. D1, another D1, we have two D1s here. Look at that, two D1s running in super low power mode, only uses 2,200 watts. Isn't that crazy? Now, our S21 XPs, they are still significantly more profitable and kind of holding me up, to be honest with you. I have one of these that does not have brains on it yet. It's making me $2.18 a day. This is running the stock Bitmain firmware. I need to get a different hash board with older firmware so I can roll brains out to it. The other one down here has brains on it, and it's making about $2.75 a day, which is great. Another Elphapex, lost money per day. Another D1, and another Elphapex. Now, I do have an L7 over here in immersion, and I can't wait to go ahead and get third-party control board with the niche, because I can really do well with how cool the immersion keeps this unit. The other unit over here, this is a Canaan A1566, and I have it powered off because it's not worth running right now. That thing uses like over 4,500 watts. It's just not worth running that unit in today's market. So right now, the real name of the game is lowering your expenses. I mean, it's something that you should be looking at all times, but when the market is pumping, you know, you can jack up that electric, the watts that your miners are using, because you're gonna be making significantly more. But with the price of Bitcoin, the price of Dogecoin, which most of my units here are script miners, so the price of Dogecoin affects me more than Bitcoin. I only have 6 or 7, maybe 8 Bitcoin miners here, and so Dogecoin's price is down low right now. And so my script miners, where I'm taking that Dogecoin and flipping it on PowerPool, that's my pool of choice. If you guys are interested, I'll put a link to that down below. I'm feeling the brunt of this. This extended kind of down market is rough on script. I mean, Dogecoin's a great example. I mean, we are far away from 40 cents. Now, when and if that market flips, I'm going to be sitting in a much better situation, especially as Dogecoin goes up. But it's a little depressing, to be honest with you. But I'm not going to sit here. Get that FUD out of here. That mentality of crypto's dead, Bitcoin's dead, mining's dead. We're in this massive bear market. Like, it's tough right now, but those of you guys that have been in this for a while, this is just normal. This is absolutely normal. Listen, not an exciting video, but I want to be transparent with you guys. Let you guys know what I'm doing in order to kind of keep afloat. I do got to go get those Elphapex units powered off, absolutely cutting into a majority of my profits per day. We are a long way from where we were on the peak, aren't we? Anyways, guys, leave comments down below. Let me know what you guys are doing. Are you powering units off? You getting skinny? You running more efficient? Third-party firmware? What are you guys doing right now in the current market? Love to hear from you guys. I love your insight. I love your thoughts, your feedback. Get back to me. See ya.